No, that's fascinating. I have one more final question just
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I've got you in this. This is quite fun. Um, was there a guest that I say surprised you, but was there one guest that you recall that when you finished, you were just like, wow, that was unbelievable. Was there anyone that really knocked you off your chair in terms of you wanted to tell people immediately?
I mean, literally, I would say 9 out of 10 are like
Wow.
that. Like literally, at this point in my podcasting career, in year one, there were great personal people that I knew firsthand. But now going into like, see, we're closing out season three and we're getting ready to start season four. And season four, I would say, is about 90% of people like you and I are meeting for the first time, having this conversation. And I'm thinking that the systems that I have in place right now and the way I'm getting these people, every last one of them, including yourself, is like a legend in what they do. And it's kind of like I'm always enamored and like at the end of the conversation. It's not like, how the hell did I get this privilege to interview someone like this on this caliber to be able to tell their story and leave that story for the next generation? So for me,
Yeah,
it's 9 out of 10 people.
which is amazing. Yeah, congratulations. I imagine just also as your time goes on, the quality of your guests and that you are just going to probably, I don't want to mean improve because it's
Yeah.
not in a disrespectful or disparaging way to any of your former guests, me included, obviously, but you you are going to continually attract people of bigger businesses and actually bigger hurdles and all that kind of stuff. So it's fantastic that you're on that journey and that you're getting value from it as much as obviously putting out great content for people.
Yeah, yeah. And if I could just like pinpoint maybe one person, I think it was recently I had an interview with the founder of Redfin, the real estate app.
Mm,
And doing the due diligence, I didn't realize that he had worked hand in hand with Jeff Bezos, and he was the guy that helped write the algorithm that we use today. So at first glance, I was like, okay, it's another person I'm interviewing, and I'm like, this is not just a regular person I'm interviewing. Like he is the reason why everyone is spending so much money on Amazon, and he's also the
wow.
reason why people are using his app, and he's on a whole nother business sector right now. So he's built and sold and built and grown like three or four businesses, and I was just kind of like, yeah, this is a whole nother level of information that I didn't even know I was going to be able to speak to on that particular day.
Amazing. And what's your favorite podcast other than your own?
Ah, man, there's so many. I mean, obviously Tim Ferriss is definitely great. I mean, Joe Rogan is
Yeah.
definitely great, and I think like literally it's so many because I listen to every single person that I interview that has a podcast as well. So it's
Okay.
kind of like trying to juggle and memorize all of them, but I have all of them in my list, so I'll go through them just like yours. Like that one particular episode, I was just scanning through them, and I was like, interesting title. Let me listen to it. And I
Yeah.
listened to it, and I was
Yeah. Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
great information, but I'm at the segment. Okay, I'm gonna put his podcast maybe every Thursday morning when I go for a jog. I'll listen to this episode and
Yeah.
put it
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
schedule. So,
That's good. That's good.
yep.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for letting me asking you some questions as well.
I mean, I definitely appreciate it. I mean, I think for me, it's just one of those things. It's kind of like when you're doing this interview, like we're interviewing each other, but I'm interviewing more you and trying to give you opportunity to ask questions because you may have questions.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
I definitely
Yeah.
appreciate you
Absolutely.
being on the show today. I think it was a hell of an adventure, and I think that with your business structure and just your business acumen is just it's phenomenal. I mean, the fact that you're dual coast, right? I mean, some people they're dying to conquer one state or one city, but you're kind of like on multiple different aspects of the world. You're international, so I definitely appreciate you being here and giving the value to our listener.
Thank you. No, and I just want to reiterate my gratitude for having me on as a guest. You've had some amazing guests, so I feel very honoured to be on that list. And looking forward to connecting with you in the future and getting to know you, and hopefully getting one of those t-shirts off you one day because I like your swag.
Sure, definitely. We could definitely make that happen, man. I definitely appreciate you. And again, for the listener, I want you to remember the name, man. It's the Refocus Boss, and you can kind of obviously see why I'm calling him that. It's all about focusing and harnessing what you've learned and how to utilize it moving forward.